Today we're gonna have a change of pace from just shitting on movies. We're gonna be talking about a cinematic masterpiece that defined my childhood. And this film is none other than Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin, dear
Bum, 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 bum.
Ooh.
Now, Batman and Robin is one of the most widespread, hated movie that almost absolutely destroyed Batman's on-screen reputation. I want to hear, sir, because you've got a little bit more of a conventional point of view, and I'm going to give mine. What are your thoughts on Batman and Robin?
Look, I'm old enough to have watched all the Batman movies. So I saw, Batman, Tim Burton's two Batman movies. And I saw when Joe Schumacher took over and did Batman Forever.
You like that?
I did like that.
It's very campy already.
It started to go down that direction. But with Batman and Robin, he just fucking, full throttle. It's like, let's not even try not to be lame. Let's just go all the way.
It's almost like he was trying to bury the franchise.
Yeah, it almost seemed like we went back to Adam West Batman. I mean, some of these lines that they had Arnold saying and the lines they had Uma Thurman saying were just...
Brilliant.
It was so cheesy, so ridiculous. What killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice Age!
Oh my god.
Okay.
Adam and evil.
Factor this into your consideration though. How memorable, how iconic, how pop culture defining.
Okay, wait. Memorable, yes, but so are car crashes. And it was not.
So was 9/11.
It wasn't pop culture defining. It did not inspire and create. It's not pop culture whatsoever. In fact, it's like a shit stain on culture.
It inspired the studios to basically go, we're never going in that direction ever again.
That's not inspiration.
Okay, but you know what? It's funny, right? Because I will say that, with all the recent kind of DC attempts at things, and well, I admire Zack Snyder's leaning towards the darker side of things.
I don't know. I always like the darker side. I do not like this campy ridiculousness.
The issue, though, with some of the recent darker side of things is that it is not Zack Snyder's whole 100% vision. There was a lot of studio interference. Now, I can tell you without a doubt, Batman and Robin, I highly doubt the studio thought that this was a good idea. It seemed like a lot of, maybe there was some interference, but I think there was a lot of Schumacher's influence on that.
Batman and Robin, I don't like it. It's the same. It's like the earlier version of Ragnarok. Again, overly colorful, excessively. They did do that in Batman Forever, but it wasn't quite as far as Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin went further. And one thing I will say about Batman Forever, they had the best vehicles. They had the Batboat, the best Batwing.
And riding off with Batman and Robin, the biggest reason why it was so, memorable in those regards is because they were trying to sell the shit out of toys. But my god, did it work, because the toys look great.
The toys were great, but I mean, fucking George Clooney as Batman.
That one is a really bizarre casting choice. Arnold Schwarzenegger as, it's funny because, in hindsight, I was like, well,
come on, the
Dr.
Bane.
We had not had an on-screen Bane until that time. That was the gold standard,
It wasn't the...
That was the only standard that we had. Nobody knew who Bane was until that.
Sure we did. They had the animated cartoon, right?
Okay, it's not bad. It's pretty good. But, think about it, Victor Fries, he's a German guy, played by an Austrian. Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, who I was pretty young.
Should have gotten Christoph Waltz to play fucking Mr. Freeze.
Christoph Waltz wasn't around at that time.
He was alive,
probably still in Hamburg or some shit, alright?
But no, basically, it wasn't a great film.
I know, right? Look, I think it's quite commonly known as not a great film. However, I put this out to people watching. I would any day rather rewatch Batman and Robin than I would rewatch Batman vs Superman.
That's because you were a fucking child, and in many ways you still are. And you've got this kind of childhood nostalgia that you're associating with it.
No, but it's also a case.
It's not fun. Fun.
No, it is. It is fun. That's the thing. It's pure fun. It's absolutely you're not.
Last Action Hero is pure fun, but still a great movie.
Pure fun, but still a great movie. But I know. But what I'm saying is that it's still a more enjoyable experience to watch than Batman vs Superman.
No, I disagree.
Okay, well let's agree to disagree.
I disagree.
Because I personally would it's kind of like people who go and do those cult viewings of The Room, where you're going in to watch a bad movie.
It's a piece of shit. I don't think you should watch it.
But it's a great drinking game movie. where you're just like, fuck, you know, every time Mr. Freeze cracks a pun.
I don't drink. My life's productive.
Settle down, fucking Mr. Square.
And that's why I've got better metabolism than you do, even though I'm 10 years older.
Hey, don't turn it into a personal attack, right? It's not, you're not making it fun anymore, right?
So out of 5 stars,
Right? We actually never rated all the other movies.
I'll give it half a star.
I don't judge it by the star system because I don't think that Batman and Robin is... Look, on just like, is it a good movie? No, it's a horrible movie. It's absolutely the worst portrayal of Batman, dare I say, since Adam West. Nothing wrong with Adam West, but it was incredibly campy and shark repellent spray was really, oh wow. But what I will say is, in terms of, you know, enjoyability or even longevity, dare I say longevity, I think Batman and Robin has more longevity and rewatchability than Batman vs Superman.
I disagree. I reckon there should be a massive fire at Warner Brothers and that film should go missing.
Well, this is very bad of you to say.
Yep.
Well, I mean, look, Joel Schumacher's not working in the industry anymore, as far as I know.
Thank God.
I don't think he should touch anything else, especially not children. And yeah, I mean, look, that's my take on Batman and Robin. I just don't think that it's look, it's horrible, but I just don't think that it's...
Look, guys, take his opinion if you want, but bear in mind, this is a grown-ass man who still has an entire shelf full of Lego. End episode.